So good luck, have fun, don't die is the latest film from Gore Verbinski. I guess it would be has to be classed as a kind of like a sci-fi satire. But one thing like that, but one thing I will say about this is in true kind of like Gore Verbinski style, because if you go through his filmography, he's a director that's really not. He's got quite an eclectic filmography. He's not a director that's easy to pull into a box, which is kind of like what Hollywood tends to like to do quite a bit. And similar to this, although you have to, it involves time travel, so it kind of like has to kind of go as a sci-fi but it's a sci-fi that I would say is very digestible for people who necessarily aren't sci-fi fans. The whole film basically starts off where we have Sam Rockwell, who's playing this protagonist. He turns up in this canteen, who basically, and he tells people in there that he's from the future, and in his future. Society has basically collapsed due to the overindulgence of tech like smartphones and social media and whatnot, and it's kind of like stumped human production, human interaction, and whatnot. And so it's kind of like so he's basically and it turns out that he's basically been visiting this diner on this mission like over and over in a kind of Groundhog Day style, and he's kind of just going over in this loop to try and kind of until he kind of is able to assemble the right group that will eventually take down this AI, rise of the AI in the future that will lead to this collapse. And one thing that has to be said is Sam Rockwell just pushes so much energy into this role. It's such an energetic movie. It's such a fun movie. I think that it's really kind of has to be kind of because obviously there's quite a lot of stuff going on, movies tackling AI at the minute. Obviously it's certainly not a new thing in the realm of sci-fi, but just the way that it approaches this, its subject matter here, it approaches it in such in a way that feels fresh, and it feels really fun, and it doesn't feel too heavy-handed. It doesn't really feel too preachy. It is kind of like having quite a bit of fun with its concept. I think the whole ensemble cast here we are basically a lot of fun. The runtime, it does go on a little too long. It does go over just over 2 hours, so it does outstay its welcome a little bit too much. I do think that it's a rare film that wouldn't benefit from having like 15-20 minutes trimmed off it, and this film is really no exception. I think like a part of it, it's not something that a film that really I have to say is the runtime is totally unjust, because just the way that it's structured, because when Sam Rockwell has assembled his kind of team, we basically take time out to where each person has their own little backstory, so the narrative isn't really linear, to be honest with you. There's quite a bit of time jumping back and forth here, where we kind of where we are following this one plot thread where they're basically trying to stop this AI, but at the same time we're kind of taking a step back and we're kind of looking at the individual backstories of these recruits to kind of like add some insight and some weight into why they would just join this random stranger who was just coming to the canteen and sounds like a crazy person. So yeah, basically it's yeah. So I think on the whole, guys, I think it's a really, really solid movie. I thought that it was a really fresh movie. It's a film that I went into quite blind. I wasn't too sure what I was going to get with this one, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I did get. So So yeah, I would absolutely recommend that you go out and see this movie. It said if money's tight and you don't fancy a trip to the cinema, I don't think it's necessarily a film that you do need to see at the cinema. But it's definitely a fun watch. It's definitely a good stream. So yeah, it said either way, I would recommend that you guys check this one out one way or the other. So yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please feel free to let me know down in the comment section about what your thoughts on this film were. Obviously try and keep it as brief as possible to avoid any spoilers, or if you are going to get into spoilers, put that kind of disclaimer. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, let me know. Are you planning on seeing it? So what's your excitement level? All that stuff, let me know down in the comment section. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video. You guys take care.